Assalamualaikum, here I am Sabah Mangi. Today I am presenting my project which is on poverty given by Sir Daniel to me and Dua. So, first of all, introduction to poverty. What is poverty? Poverty is not about having not enough money to meet the basic needs, including food, clothing, and the shelter. Poverty is hunger. Poverty is a lack of shelter. Poverty is being sick and you are not being able to see a doctor. Poverty means you have not any access to the school and you don't even know how to read. Poverty is not having job, and poverty is to think all the time about the future and living one day at a time. Poverty is not being able to participate in the activities, like not being able to send your children on the day trip with their schoolmates, not being able to pay medications for an illness, and there are the costs. These are all the costs of being poor. Being poor is so harsh in our society, as you all know how our society treat all the poor. And now if we come to the causes of the poverty, there is not only one cause of a poverty, there are a lot of causes of the poverty. Ancestors told poverty has a many reasons like war, drought, and many more. It's a very complex issue, and lack of good jobs, lack of the job growth, lack of government support, lack of the good education, these are all the causes of the poverty. One who have no any good job, so he have no any better income, so he cannot in this society. Lack of the good education is the second root of cause of a poverty. Poverty is a cycle, and without education people are not able to better their situations. And one more cause is of conflict has a huge impact on poverty. In the times of war, everything stops, even the productivity suffer, as well as the country's GDP suffer. It is very difficult to get things going again, in foreign business won't invest. And weather or climate changes, social injustice, and lack of the food and water, and lack of the infrastructure, lack of the good health care, and one more important thing, lack of the government support, which is most common in the Pakistan, that poor are not being supported by the government, and inflation rates are so high. Even middle class families don't afford their basic needs, and now the poor, how would they afford? They are suffering a lot in this era now. So there are the many consequences of the poverty: hunger, malnutrition, stunting. You might think that the poverty causes hunger. You would be right, but hunger is also cause and maintainer of the poverty. If a person doesn't get enough food, they'll lack the strength and energy needed to work. If they will not get enough food, their immune system will be weakened, and they will be susceptible to the illness. Nowadays more pandemics are going on, such as the malaria. These are due to the poor hygiene, and they are most and poor are more suffering from the malaria and etc. What is the reason? Reason is the poor hygiene, poor health. Poverty threatens education. It is the most important thing. Poverty threatens education. So education, there are many barriers to the education for the poor. They can't afford private schools which are giving the quality education. They can't afford uniforms. They can't afford the books. So this was all about the poverty, consequences of the poverty, examples of the poverty. Now I would like to call Dua to continue further. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone, I am Dua Jatoi and my topic is poverty. So for poverty solution, I would like to suggest we should start with very basic. First of all, we need to educate children, ensure basic health care, empower a girl or woman, improve childhood nutrition, support environmental programs, and reach the children, prevent child marriage, improve and involve in all government offices sectors in the developing country. So basically we need to start from very basic things. First of all, we need to work upon their education. Many talented children are unable to study because of huge fee structure of private sectors, and government schools are not properly run and managed. So to end poverty, we have to take initiatives, measures. Conclusion. So in conclusion, poverty is not the problem of a person but of the whole nation. Also, it should be dealt with on an urgent basis by the implementation of effective measures. In addition, eradication of poverty has become necessary for the growth. Many children die because of lack of food, so we need to provide them food and the water, pure water. Our drainage system has been very poor, so we need to work on our drainage system and to filtrate the water properly so the children can consume it.